I don't know if that's credible.
But that's not your story.
Can I show you the numbers on my phone?
I don't know where you got that. I'm done being on camera.
Oh, okay. What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Illegal crossings at our southern border have plummeted over the last couple of months, and in March, we saw the lowest number of crossings ever recorded. Now, this is obviously a dramatic change from Joe Biden's administration, where we saw the worst border crisis in American history. So do Democrats know this? And if they do, what do they think the reason is? Today, we're going to find out. Let's go talk to some people. We're talking about top three issue over the last 4 years. These are CBP numbers, illegal crossings per year. Numbers are down by 95%. What changed? What changed?
You seriously?
Well, I don't know what changed, but that's a problem I have with people. You just start about immigrants and talking about things like that. I mean,
Illegal immigration.
The most important thing is climate change.
According to Customs and Border Protection numbers, what changed?
He's lefty. We gotta go.
It's okay.
Trump. But that's not your story.
Can I show you the numbers on my phone? Thank you.
I do not know what changed. I don't know if I believe the data or not. There's a lot of fake data being thrown around.
You're absolutely right about that.
Before I know the source, I can't tell you what changed.
Would you like me to show you on Customs and Border Protection's website the data?
I don't know if I believe that as well.
On Border Patrol's website?
I don't know if that's credible.
What would you accept as credible?
These days, I don't know.
Well, it was already down before Trump came in, but now there's a atmosphere of fear, so it's probably down further.
So you're saying they're way down?
Afraid of being deported?
Yeah, because we're not being welcoming and hospitable at the border anymore.
Yeah, it's a 95% reduction, so that's why we're talking about it. Obviously, it's a top three issue over the last 4 years.
Right.
Worst border crisis in American history.
Well, I don't know.
Leadership.
I don't know if it's the worst crisis in American history or
Sorry,
not.
border crisis.
I don't even know if that's true or not.
By all available data.
Well,
that we don't trust.
Yeah, everybody's afraid they're going to end up in El Salvador if they get anywhere near us.
Okay.
Including American citizens who are overseas.
No, and including Canadians.
Nobody wants to come here anymore.
Okay.
They hate us. They hate us everywhere.
The president changed, but does that make it, what do you want to know?
That's my question for you. What changed? The president changed. Do you see that as a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't see it in black and white terms.
Do you guys think that this is then, with that answer, is this a bad thing compared to this?
I think for years we've allowed people into our country, and I believe there needs to be some, method of vetting when they're coming back and forth. But when people are being persecuted in other countries and then come over here thinking that they're going to have freedom, and we're like, get out, get back, we're not going to let you in. No, and I don't agree with that.
The majority of these are economic asylees. Are you in favor of deporting those people then? No. When it comes to people entering the country illegally, should they be punished for that or no?
No.
What do you think?
I think we need to provide more services for asylum seekers.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, what changed, Trump is back, and he closed the border. And when Biden was here, it was an open border. We all know that.
The President
New
Trump.
president.
T-Dog.
Yeah.
Yep, T-Dog.
Yeah.
T-Man, T-Money.
Trump, dude. Finally, we get someone with some huevos in there.
President of the United States. Executive order made it happen.
And better enforcement.
Better enforcement?
Yeah. People doing their jobs seriously.
What has changed that a leader came to this country. A real person.
I'm not saying anything.
No?
She's a Democrat.
She's a Democrat? I mean, I would love to hear the Democrats' perspective.
I'm not a Republican and I'm not Democrat, but I'm reasonable. I mean, the reason it stopped because you stop illegal people to come here to kill our people.
They're scared because Trump's the president. So they don't want to come over because they know they're going to get deported and they're going to get found. If they came over illegally, we're going to find them and we're going to get them out. You want to come to this country? Great. My parents were immigrants. My grandparents, a lot of immigrants, but they came here legally.
You guys are married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No ring.
No ring, but you are showing the American people right now that it is possible, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, as long as one side doesn't say anything.
Okay. So I'm just going to work my best not to make a divorce happen here, huh?
She can say anything. everything I say, she doesn't answer, so I know she's against it. That's okay.
I think the answer to your question is no one in Congress will get together and figure out a reasonable, logical immigration policy. It's either this side or this side, and they never get together and figure it out.
Well, if it's this side or this side, and you can see the numbers right now,
No.
which one do you prefer?
No, what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying.
You wouldn't know it, but a few months ago, I could barely get through my workday without a nap. My sleepiness was interfering with interviews and getting new content out for you guys. Tell me about what's going on here.
No, go f off.
Okay, that's when I talked to the team over at 1775 Coffee. 1775 Coffee gets you through the day feeling motivated and ready for anything that life throws at you. And within minutes of taking it, I'm back to my old energetic self. The way it works is simple. 1775 Coffee quickly turns a boring, low-energy Jeb Bush day into a high-energy, productive day. If you haven't tried 1775 Coffee yet, this is your shot because they just launched their 1775 Starter Kit, and the first drop is limited to just 1,000 units. This starter kit isn't some tiny sampler pack. It includes a bold, dark roast that hits harder than a trans boxer, a smooth, medium roast for strength without bitterness, and Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy, laser focus, and zero crash. It's all single origin, small batch, mold-free and toxin-free, plus you're also getting a gold spoon clip, a frother, and a black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't buy coffee from the local shop that hates my guts. $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones that have been watching 1775 blow up on social media, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler alert, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/Klug to grab your starter kit before they're all gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something. Start your day with coffee that isn't communist. I'll put a link down in the description below. We're saying the reason it dropped is because you're talking about the gang members being deported.
No. We didn't say that. We did not.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are talking about the Alien Enemies Act? Is that what you're talking about, or no? El Salvador, you said.
We're talking about people illegally being sent to El Salvador, and that's made anybody afraid of legal or illegal of crossing the border or even getting
They
near.
don't have to be gang members. You're just if you're brown skinned, you're out.
Well, I mean, there's only been about 200 deported to El Salvador. You guys saw that famous plane ride. You think that's the reason for this plummet?
Well, I think no, because that was recent.
And I don't really like the idea of people being taken off the streets. I don't like the idea of people being deported. Without due process. I disagree with that.
Right. You're talking about maybe the Alien Enemies Act that they were using for MS-13 gang members. Is that what you're more referring to? The people that were just sent over to?
It's not just those people. I mean, it is that because they made mistakes.
I've been talking to people on the street over the last 4 years about the crisis. The Biden administration and Democrats said that their hands were tied regarding the crisis. They needed to pass legislation to get it under control. Now, that legislation never passed. We have a new president.
So here I am saying the same thing. Aren't I saying the same thing? And you've been listening to it for 4 years and nothing happened?
Well, the
And you think it's going to happen now?
Well, the legislation never passed, but we have a 95% reduction in illegal immigration.
But
So
we
was that a
didn't-
lie?
We didn't do it in my opinion, we didn't do it the right way. We built a great big fence and so forth and so on. I think that's all bullshit.
Typically told the Republicans
Not
to shut it down.
To shut the bill down. So we
Right.
would have had that bill.
Right, so there is no bill, but but numbers have reduced by 95%.
Yeah, because
was
it's
that
a
was
fear
that an
tactic.
excuse?
Okay, you're playing into it. I think we're playing into their hands.
Well, no, honest question, because if that was
It's a
the
leading
argument,
question. You're that kind of question. If that shows up on a survey the way you worded it, that would be a slanted survey.
well, I've been talking to people for the last 4 years on
I'm
the street,
sure,
and that was the reason that I heard from everybody. And I'm wondering, do you consider that to be a lie or no? Do you think it was not a lie?
What? What's the statement? Was there a lie or not?
The crisis could only get under control if they passed legislation. The legislation was obviously not passed. There's a 95% reduction in illegal crossings right now.
Yeah.
Was that a lie or no?
I don't know if that's a lie or not.
Yeah.
I don't have the data. You're showing me a chart that you're saying is one thing, but I don't know.
I can, if you'd like, I can pull up the CBP data on my phone if you'd like to see the actual website.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, the answer is I don't know.
Were they lying to the American people or no?
They didn't want to do anything about it.
They didn't want to do
They
anything.
wanted the open border because they had an agenda, and game over. Don Trump's in the White House. making it all happen now. It's all good for America, absolutely.
No, because they're enforcing the legislation that was there in the first place. So we don't have to pass anything. We just have to enforce what's been there since who knows when. So we don't have to change anything, just enforce what we have on the books.
I mean, I can't say if it was a lie or not. I just know that he needed help in a lot of ways. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of talk and no action. So finally we're getting action and everybody's upset. I don't get it.
Nobody wants to come and visit us anymore.
What do you think about the gentleman that's Abrigo? That's
Abrigo Garcia.
Right. What do you think about that? Should he be brought back to the U.S. by any means possible?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really interesting debate that's happening right now. What do I think about it? He's an illegal immigrant, connections to MS-13, wife beating.
Who said that besides Trump?
Who?
That's not what the state said. The state that he was removed from, there's no evidence of him being a criminal, committed no crime in the U.S. He actually had protection from the courts.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're not talking past each other because I'm just trying to talk about the facts here. So you're saying he wasn't an illegal immigrant?
Right. He had He had permission to be in the States.
He was in the United States illegally. He is an El Salvadorian
He was
national.
granted permission by the courts to stay because he was at risk.
He had a withholding order. He was allowed to be deported to other countries. He was not technically supposed to be deported to El Salvador because he was fearing rival gangs.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. This is what you're telling me.
Well, you asked me my thoughts on it. I'm just laying it out.
Well, you're telling me information.
There's court information documenting that information, as well as the MS-13. Would you guys like me to show you the court documents about the MS-13 involvement?
No, because...
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. And I have other documents if you'd like to check it out. I can also email you the documents as well. So these are court documents. You can read that top part right there if you want to read it out loud.
Has been identified as a member. MS-13. This is from Homeland Security.
And you can see the date at the top as well. So his initial arrest was in 2019. And keep in mind, you guys, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I do try my best to give people good information. So this is the information that we have available. There's many more documents that I can actually pull up if you'd like. But the initial arrest in 2019, he was arrested loitering with MS-13 gang members. He was wearing clothing that they wear. And there was all... Well, I'm not making this up. This is all in court.
Yeah.
It's not true, though?
No.
What are your thoughts about that document, sir?
I'll do more research.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got that. I'm done being on camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait, hold on.
No,
Thank you for your time. I just showed them one court document, and they were not happy about that. I don't even really... Did I even take a position there? I just was showing them the facts. Let's move on.
I'll just mention one other thing.
Yeah.
There are reports of people with green cards and people who are U.S. citizens who were born outside of the U.S. getting hassled at the border. There was a news yesterday. This guy was born in Lebanon, came from Canada. They handcuffed him.
He's a U.S. citizen.
U.S. citizen, he and his wife. They handcuffed them both, put them in cells, asked for their phone password to check their phones, and after a few hours, they let them go.
Yeah, that happens.
No,
that happens.
It never happened before.
Yeah.
It's only happening under this administration.
People have never struggled to get in the United States?
U.S. citizens?
A U.S. citizen coming in.
Don't you struggle to get in the United States sometimes?
Passport?
And you got
What
handcuffed.
I get detained for 2 to 5 hours.
What for? What was the reason?
They don't tell me.
No,
They just
when
tell me
was
you're being
this?
detained.
When did this happen?
This happened for like 2 years, from 2021 up until 2022.
With no explanation.
They wouldn't explain to me.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah. And that was under Biden's administration.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's good.
It doesn't matter if it was Biden or Trump. Abuse of power is bad.
Well, I'm sorry. You guys were just saying it's this is new. It's never happened. And we just gave you an example of it happening.
I didn't say it's never happened. I'm saying it. I'm hearing it a lot more often.
I am running into people that are finding this number problematic. They're not happy with what seems to be record low illegal crossings at our southern border.
Yeah.
Those are primarily Democrats that are unhappy about it. But what would your response to those people be? What are your thoughts about that?
Why in the world would you be unhappy about numbers plummeting where it's so dangerous to cross the border? Women are getting raped. The cartels own the operation of getting people, smuggling them here. Why in the heck would they want it to be higher? That's ridiculous. Yes, is it nice to have perhaps legal people that come in here and add to the country? Yeah, but not through sneaking through the border with cartels. it's not the way to go.
The Democratic Party's unsafe and they're not about America, and they could care less about the American people. It's all about them and their agenda. Donald Trump's the man. He's making America safe again.
I think it's good. It should be done, and the laws have to be enforced. And I think having an open border is not healthy for any society.
Yeah, they're
The
unhappy
Democrats
that
are
the numbers have plummeted.
unhappy, go sit in your room and cry. I don't care.
He's the only one. We've had the safest border we have ever had in the history of the United States is right now, and that's because of Trump. So thank God we have Trump as a president.
All right, everyone, that is it for today. So we found a lot of people that did not believe the numbers, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe for more videos, and hit that bell notification button so you are notified next to my post. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Oh, and shout out to our Founders Tier members. I think we only have one of them, actually. So, my man, shout out to you. You're keeping the channel afloat. Really appreciate it. If you'd like to have your name displayed at the end of my videos, become a Founders Tier member today.